All right, everyone. I thought we'd do a cure for cancer here today. Why not? Take a look at the soulmate cycle, take a snapshot of it from the angle of the theme energy, shall we say. This is technically an all signs reading. It doesn't matter what your sign is. This is just me asking the universe for a kind of a detailed look at what's going on in the cycle right now. That said, I've got 10 wands here on the surface energy, crossed by 7 swords and a 7 of pentacles and a 5 of cups and a star. Something inevitable, a star, something inevitable happened here. Either I have an energy of somebody facing their own shortcomings, right? And realizing what an asshole they are, 5 of cups, or sad about it. Or some sort of truth has come to light in their life. That's the stronger energy here. Something that they tried to keep hidden. It was too hard with the 10 of wands. It was too hard to maintain the lie. Lies have to be maintained, right? It's tough. You're always shoring things up. It's like an old car or an old wall or something like that. Either way, the writing's been on the wall for a long time, and I think it's coming to light. I think somebody here, I get a little bit of shame, I get a little bit of regret. So it's going to play out either way, but that's the dominant energy. Let's find out what's going on, all right? Let's shuffle the deck and do a cure for cancer reading. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. There's a whole playlist of these. You're all moving at different speeds through the cycle. So, you know, it is what it is. In this reading, we pull 5 cards from the bottom, the environmental energy around whoever this incoming energy is, and 4 cards from the top, which is how they're behaving in that environmental energy. We clarify the 4 cards up at the top. Let's see where we're going here. Let's find out. Give me a cure for cancer reading, universe. All right. 5 cards from the bottom, the environmental energy. Let's go. Sun. Ooh. The Emperor. Ooh. Now, that all sounds really good, doesn't it? Control, Emperor. Yes, everything is great. Look at me. I'm in my Papazon chair. Right? I'm fine. Everything is terrific. Oh, the happiest card in the deck, yet in the center. These 2 go here, the other 2 go here, and there's a center energy. The center is the 9 of Swords. It's all bullshit. Somebody's having to face it. I think the lie is that they're happy, that their life is good, that they have a happy marriage, a happy family, a happy life, it doesn't matter if they're single or married. I'm just shooting out a bunch of shit. Okay? It looks happy here. That don't look happy. That's not happy. Something's come to light, and what's come to light is that this is bullshit. Okay? Now I have a Knight of Cups. And now I have a 3 of Cups. I think they're very emotional. I think this, I'll show you the 6th card just because it's there. You see it by default. It's the Hermit. Right? I think something's come to light, I said. I've been saying that, right? Look. Lit up around, right? Something's come to light. I think what's come to light for this person is not so much the lie that they have a happy life. Yeah, that's there too. There's a lot of anxiety about it. But that they want something else. That they don't have love. Right? This Emperor is fine. He got all the channels in the cable package, right? He can watch all the sports he wants, sitting in that chair, have a good time. Seems like it's happy, but something's missing here, obviously, keeping him up at night. And this is very emotional right now. The soul is lit up. So, yeah, some kind of truth, I think, inside them, for a good number of them, has come to light in this energy of right now. Here in Gemini season, doesn't surprise me. And with Jupiter changing signs, Jupiter in Gemini wants to get rid of the old, out with the old, in with the new. I will tell you what, always does, as I've been tracking it. Okay, well that's the environmental energy, right? The environmental energy is designed to make them feel this way, right? Pretend all you want, it's too hard to keep that lie going. How are they behaving? Let's flip the deck. How are they behaving in this environmental energy, all right? King of Swords. Are they sitting with the truth, maybe? It's not my king of action, I'll tell you that. King of Cups. What's crossing that? Give me another king. Why not? Right. Wheel of Fortune. Oh, God. And what's red with the King of Swords? I knew it. I knew it was going to be that or another 7 swords. It's the Tower. Yeah. Oh, stop it. All right. Stay put. I need to look at you. Oh. Well, the Tower is red with the King of Swords. They're sitting with the truth, and it's causing a lot of problems for them. Right? Somebody's having some kind of emotional or mental breakdown. Not emotional, a mental breakdown. They're very emotional. Well, we can see it here. You want a picture of it, it's right there. Okay? Now, these interest me here, because this is my stingy king. right? It's my afraid to be vulnerable king. Holds the Ace of Cups, gives very little of it. It's crossed by the Wheel of Fortune here, though. I think somebody here can't hold on to that cup. It's like they can't hold on to their lunch. They just puking it up. But they can't hold on to the emotions. They just vomiting them out. This is going to be a very interesting one to clarify. Let's clarify it. Let's see where we go. Let's go deeper. So, as a whole, they're behaving the way they should be in this energy. This is showing you how they're behaving in this energy, which is good because it's a 9, not an 8. 9s are the end in tarot, right? 10s are the end, dead end that lead to a new beginning. That's a 10. Okay, so, all right. Let's pull on this truth here. King of Swords, tell me about it. Let's go. Let's talk to the witches. Why is the King of Swords here? All right, let's go. Why is the King of Swords here? Two of Wands. Yeah. Somebody knows they need a change here. This Emperor knows that it's bullshit. So again, this doesn't always happen this powerfully. Okay? What's really happening, these energies on the DM side can sit here and pretend to be happy like nothing I've ever seen. In this energy, because this is the center card here, there's no way. Somebody here is realizing that they need to do something, that they need to make some changes. It's causing a mental breakdown inside them. Yes, on one layer of energy, the Tower talks about change. It talks about, yeah, they need to tear things down and build anew. But it's also, in this case, because it's red with the King of Swords, it's talking about a mental fucking breakdown. What's going on here? I believe it. They're very emotional right now. 3 of Cups, the flow of water. Very powerful card. All right? They might be communicating these things to themselves, that they want something else. I don't have love. I want love. Okay? All right, what's on top? The 3 of Cups. I was just talking about it. It's right here. 3 of Cups. Yep, flow of emotion. The King of Swords, as an isolated energy, doesn't like to get emotional. Right? It's not an emotional king. It's the King of Swords. It's cold, hard truth and action and all that kind of stuff. Very emotional here. It's causing a mental breakdown. Abso-fucking-lutely. Why is the 3 of Cups here? The High Priestess. Again, it's my vomiting High Priestess. It's all the stuff that they pushed back is now flowing out. It's all coming from the soul. There's too much soul energy for this king, for this king energy. Somebody's trying to use their ego to shut it down and they can't. That net result is a Tower. That's technically our final outcome, which bodes well for you because it's got communication written all over it. Because 3 of Cups is the biggest card of communication for me in the Minor Arcana. Bigger than the 8 of Wands because it's very emotional. Let's talk about the King of Cups here, which we know, being crossed by the Wheel of Fortune, which is not a spinning wheel, it's a 180-degree wheel in this case. I know that king, those emotions are flowing. But tell me about the King of Cups here. What's going on? Because your energy is attached to this. Those feelings are about you and your connection or how they reacted to it. There could be some shame here, okay, for how they reacted to it. It's just the nature of the energy right now. It's causing this. We talked about it in the Venus reading about that sentimentality, right? You know, that kind of thing. It can make you, you know, if somebody's trying to shut that down, you're not going to be able to in this current energy. What's going on with the King of Cups? Why is it here? Tell me about it. Why is it here? What? Okay, all right, calm down, universe. Yeah, it's the 6 of Wands. See, I said your energy is attached to that. It pertains to you or your connection or how they reacted to it. It's sort of a message for you here. I'll give it to you that way. Somebody here has finally figured it out. Okay, they finally just admitted victory after a long battle energy. This fucking stingy ass king who holds on to that Ace of Cups and is afraid to be vulnerable is finally seeing the light. They're finally behaving 180 degrees different from how they normally do under this energy. The net result is that. All right, I believe it. Or our emotional breakdown, which is reflected here. This is reflected here with a Tower and a King of Swords. And we see very emotional King of Swords. It doesn't, that energy, isolating it, does not respond well when it gets emotional. It wants to shut that down. It can't. It can't. Because what came after it was that King of Cups, who is finally getting it. Finally allowing the energy to flow, the emotion to flow, which backs up the 3 of Cups, which is the flow of emotion. What's on top? Try to give you some transparency. I could just sit here and read the energy and you just got to take my word for it. I'm showing it to you, right? That's why I throw the cards. What's on top? 9 of Pentacles. I know what that is. Why is the 9 of Pentacles here? I just want to make sure. Yeah, the moon. They wish it would go away. Yeah, I wish it would go away. All right, it's not a good feeling for them. It's scaring the hell out of them. Why can't I stop these emotions from flowing? Right? I said, the King of Swords, isolated energy, does not like to get emotional. It is. The King of Cups tells us that with the Wheel of Fortune crossing it. I pull the 9 of Pentacles. I see someone who wishes it would just go away. Wishes that they didn't have to think about it. Trying to focus back on how great their life is here in the Papasan chair. It's the sun. The sun came out. It's nice. No, it's not. It's terrible. There's fear here. Okay? They're afraid of, it's sort of somebody asking themselves, oh great, I'm feeling all this shit. I'm having this emotional or mental breakdown. Why? Because I'm feeling all this. Now what? Now what happens? It's a fear of the unknown. How does it affect my life? Someone here who fancies themselves fine to sit alone on the Papasan chair is no longer fine to sit alone on the Papasan chair. Well, what does that mean? Now what? Well, let's talk to the Wheel of Fortune. Let's see if we can find out. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? So what now? This is our what now card. When we isolate the energy, we take it off of the king, isolate it. It's what now? So the wheel turned. Now what? It's a 10 in the major arcana. 10s are the end dead end that lead to a new beginning. This is a tower. It's a pretty powerful new beginning. That tower leads to a star, which means it's something that's destined. It was supposed to happen. It was always going to happen. All right, let's go. I'll give it to you this way. When I say something like that, you got this tree that was here, right? It's a tree. If you can't read timelines, which I can, but if you can't read timelines and sort of, with a little mini crystal ball or something like that, which only really the Wicked Witch of the West has anyway, that tree, if it's going to get struck by lightning in the future and fall down, right? You're standing there looking at it in 2024, that tree falls and gets struck by lightning in 2032, it's on the timeline. It's meant to happen. It's going to happen. It's there. Right? Nothing's going to change that. It's on the timeline. That tree is sitting there. It will get struck by lightning in 2032. All right? So it's that kind of energy that's here. This was always going to happen. This is the time for that tree to get struck down. Let's go. The wheel. Why is it here? So now what? Well, we got the wheel. We got the wheel. It's caused by the devil. Oh man. All right. What's fueling that? Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. Now what? The real problem here in the environmental energy around this Wheel of Fortune, which is crossing this king, which is with this 9 of Pentacles, wish it would go away. Now what? They're afraid of what's going to happen. Somebody's having to face it. Somebody's having to face their demons in this energy, and that's a big deal. That's why we have this here. That's why I'm here pulling this reading. I didn't know what reading I was going to pull. I just did a pre-shuffle. And I knew instantly it's a Cure for Cancer reading. Because I've got this devil here. And I've got someone learning. I've got a student right underneath it, the Page of Pentacles. Somebody is facing it. They're looking at it. They're learning why they do things. But unfortunately, it's very emotional. And that king doesn't like it. So it's slowing things down a little bit because of the mental breakdown, right? This isn't something they can think about. It's something they have to feel about. And their core energy right now, their main energy that they're in is the King of Swords. And that's not conducive to that, per se. But they are looking at it. The light's shining in. Whether these people want it or not, the light is lighting up that devil. Okay? Not going to stop it. What's on top? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, what did I say? Rewind! I don't know why I'm your second favorite. I just said it's slowing them down a little bit. And I just explained why. Well, there you go. They're not quite getting in the water. They're still trying to process all this mentally. And you can't. In this kind of energy, if you try to process it mentally, if you don't allow all of these feelings to flow, well, you get that. You get your nuts blown off like that poor little squirrel. Okay? Well, they're slowing them down a little bit, the Knight of Pentacles. But it's inevitable. Again, I said that too. That tree was always going to get hit by lightning. It's inevitable. It's a reliable energy. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? The Ace of Swords. They'll figure it out. There's a lot of truths hitting them hard. Okay? There's a lot of truths hitting them hard. But there's a new beginning coming here. Somebody is having some epiphanies, but it's mostly mental, and that's a problem because it's causing a backup of the emotion, which the net result is always this. It's always this anxiety kind of energy. All right. So final outcome is the Tower. Well, let's talk about that. All right. So what does this mean to you? Well, so far what it means to you, if I'm to put it into an analogy, it's somebody getting on their knees and yelling up to the ceiling, "Oh God, why? Why did I do it? Why do I think this is good? It's not. I'd rather be this." Right? But they're slowing themselves down because it hurts their ego to go there. But that's fine. Doesn't matter. The Tower's here. Could hurt their ego. He going in the water no matter what. Going in the emotion. You have to. You can't process this. You can't keep doing that either. Why is the Tower here? What's the final on this? Let me flip it. What's the Tower mean to my viewers? I may need to shuffle a little more, but what's the Tower mean to my viewers? Let's go. Two of Swords. As yet unknown. There's two possible outcomes here. Well, multiple possible outcomes. Doesn't have to be two. But on the card, it's two Ace of Swords. That's one Ace of Swords. Okay? So it plays out differently for all of you. All right? This Tower puts the environmental energy around it, creates a crossroads. It creates a Schrodinger's cat type situation. Right? Which universe are you in? Is this person a live cat or a dead cat? Do they show up or do they run again? This whole scenario creates a Schrodinger's cat crossroads, a situation. All right, what's on top? The King of Cups. For most of you, the King of Cups energy wins over the King of Swords. I flipped it. I said, what's the Tower mean to you? Well, in that case, there's communication coming off of it. For most of you, it does create a Schrodinger's cat situation, but for most of you, it's a live cat. The King of Cups energy, the emotion, which they're reluctant because it's causing a mental breakdown because their primary energy is King of Swords, which is, again, they'd rather just sit with the truth. They don't want to have to feel all this because it scares the shit out of them. And at the end of the day, the emotion wins. And I already said it would because you can't keep this up for very long. And we had a 10 of Wands in the pre-shuffle, which was a 10. 10s are the end, dead end that lead to a new beginning. It's a dam about to break. It's a lot of pressure. Why is the King of Cups here? The 9 of Wands. 9s are the end in tarot. Okay? So for some of you, they block out. They block out the real happiness. For others of you, the King comes in and tells you how they feel. There's a good chance for communication here. It's a bit of a Schrodinger's cat situation. But I'm going to expand on that 9 of Wands. Okay? Tell me about the 9 of Wands. Because what it means is some of them block out the happiness, block out the sun, right? They just turn their back to you. Others of them come in and communicate, but there's still a wall up, okay? There's still a wall up to real happiness. It's almost like they come in and communicate with you, but what they tell you is the lie. They tell you, oh, I'm happy how I am. So stop thinking about me, stop feeling me, just go away. That kind of thing. I don't think, and that's not true. That's false. They don't want you to go away. Proof of it is over here. Proof of it is on the table. So I want to pull the 9 of Wands. I just want to clarify it. I'll take it a step further. Why not? 9 of Wands. Why is it here? Yeah. The Page of Cups. They just don't know how to behave emotionally. That's all. It's a very... It's an apology. It's not telling you everything. That's all. It's a small energy. It's someone who handles emotions like this 12 or 13-year-old girl. And they're fine with the ego stuff. They're great with that. Okay? What's on top? Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. They hold back. I'm just checking my read for you. That's all. I like to make sure I'm spot on. Okay? All you got to do is catch my drift. You don't want to take what I'm saying literally. I'm talking to thousands of people. But yeah, Four of Pentacles, holding back something. The ones that come in and communicate are holding back. The ones that don't are afraid. They're afraid of the very emotions. They're afraid of, they don't know how to deal with it. Even if they come in, they still don't know how to deal with it. They don't tell you everything. They hold back a lot out of fear. What are they afraid of? Why is the Four of Pentacles here? They're afraid of being happy. They're afraid of the truth. It's temperance. It's Archangel Michael energy. It's healing through truth kind of energy when I'm drawn to the rainbow there. But really, it sounds strange to say, but it's someone who in their psychological makeup is actually more afraid of success than they are of failure. It's someone who's more afraid of being actually happy and having to give and receive love and flow emotion than they are of just being unhappy and sitting there like that. And that leaves a net result of anxiety. But it doesn't matter. What this reading tells us is somebody here is having to face their own fucking inner demons, their own bullshit. That's what's going on right now. If you're wondering what's going on their side where I'm concerned, you know, whether it's somebody holding on to feelings for me that I don't know about or a long-lost runner. And for a lot of you, this is the long-lost runner. This is an older energy. Somebody is having to face their own bullshit. Somebody's having a mental fucking breakdown and is very emotional right now and is scaring the shit out of them, but they are looking at it. They don't have any choice. A lot of anxiety over these in the soulmate cycle right now as a whole. There's a lot of anxiety on the DM side. We know it's the DM side because of this card. You didn't show up in this reading at all. It's all about the DM side. And oh yeah, this is great. Oh, I'm very happy. We start there, but we don't end there. We know they want something else because these two are the polar opposite of what's going on here. All right? And we know that because that's down the middle. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you, if anything. All right? Let's go back to the original deck here. Let's see. What do you want to tell everyone? One card, the crossing card. What do you want to tell my viewers? Primarily the DF side of things. What do you want to say, universe? I laugh when I look at the bottom card. I'm just going to look at the top card first. One card, the crossing card. Knight of Pentacles, yeah, ties with what I said here. The inevitable energy, right? It's crossed by the Knight of Swords, okay? So, again, it's inevitable you get communication. You and this person, I say this all the time, and this is across the board in the soulmate cycle. I don't care how long a runner's been gone. I don't care. You're still a thing. And there is more to come here. You will cross paths. It is inevitable. This is a message from the universe to you. It is inevitable, though it's moving very slow. Because for reasons I've explained, it is inevitable that you will have a communication. They will say something to you or show you something. Maybe it's something you spy in their social media or whatever. They will show you something that creates a great deal of change for you. I'm not talking about them. I asked about you when I pulled these cards. So whatever it is, there's a great deal of change for you. And it takes you from that, not wondering what's going on, to an inner knowing. Okay? An inner or outer or both. Okay? It's straight up. Huge change here. So it's inevitable. Something will happen here. There's something that happens. Maybe for some of you, you don't hear from, because I get that all the time. Well, I'm never going to hear from my person, Steve. I want you to think bigger than that. Okay? The energy around us, the universe, is bigger than that. Maybe the universe gives you a sign. You see something. You swear you see a person that looks like your person. Okay? If that ever happens, if you're out and about, you're someone who's convinced, oh, they've been gone 20 years or 5 years or something. I'm not even worried about that runner anymore. I'm not even watching readings about that person who I came into the soulmate cycle with. Fine. But let's say you're out and about one day. You're just minding your own business, walking around, and you see a person that looks just like this person you're never going to hear from. I want you, as soon as you notice that, to pay attention to what they're doing. It's not about you seeing the person. It's not about you even going up to the person and talking to them. It's about, at that point, when you recognize that, oh, they remind me of that runner. Pay attention to what that person's doing. Okay? That's the universe talking to you. That's telling you something. That's communication. Okay? And it changes things for you. It'll take you from, what the hell, I wonder, head scratching what's going on, to that. Okay? To a knowing. Okay? Have some faith that the universe, the energy around you, has your back. All right? Have a little faith. But the universe, this is a very reliable energy. It's inevitable. that will happen. Something along those lines. You either hear from the person, or you get a sign, or you get something. Okay? But what they're going through right now, I don't wish on my worst enemy. All right? What they're going through right now is rough. When we have to face our own bullshit, our own inner demons, our own nonsense, just realizing that it's not all that we say it is, or, you know, all our Facebook pictures of smiling at Disneyland are fucking fake, all that kind of stuff. Somebody here wants something else. And the divide between what they have, what they're pretending to have, and what they want is this. Okay? It's really causing them a lot of problems right now. But this is inevitable. It will end. It is a 9. All right? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Stay tuned. I think tomorrow I'm going to pull that Jupiter reading. It's going to be, Jupiter transiting Gemini will benefit everybody a great deal, provided you play the game. But everybody plays the game on some level anyway. All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right. Good luck.